I'm not here to teach you how to get rich overnight. I'm here to document it out loud, what it means to build your faith, wealth, and freedom at the same time. So, if you've ever felt late, left behind, or like God has given you a massive vision but you have no manual, then this is the channel for you. Hi, I'm Ademisola, the Wealthy Rambler. So for a while, I toyed with the idea of unlisting the old videos that I have on here because you can see I've been on YouTube for like maybe a couple of years now. But I thought about it like, what better way for you to see the journey, because I'm now documenting these things anyway. So the old videos are there for you to have a look and just look at the growth over time, and that's why it's there. I've lived in the UK for over a decade, and my husband and I have a property business. Beyond that, I have a job. We've got 2 boys. But I think deeply about money. I think about purpose. I think about obedience to God. And I've thought about something that's, so I sat down and I realized something. Most people document the journey when the journey is over. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, because there is something I know, and I don't know if it suits this, like this statement I'm about to make. I don't know if it suits this process or what I'm talking about, but it's, you don't talk about your scars while they are still wounds. So you allow it heal and then you talk about it. So even testimonies, people don't talk about it while they're there. But like I said, this is in obedience to God. I have felt this nudge for the longest time. Like, okay, you're documenting your journey and you're going to do it. And every time I don't do it, there is a void, there is a vacuum. So I'm here, and this is part of my obedience. This is part of the journey. And so I'm doing that and I'm documenting it, right? So what I will be doing here in a nutshell is that I'll be talking about the becoming, who I am becoming, what I am becoming, in order to be able to assume that office of someone who has wealth, that office that God has entrusted me in. So this channel is a video channel. Basically, I'll be documenting what it takes, the journey, all the wins, the doubts, the decisions, the faith movements, the faith works, the grace, because I'm going to be talking about our property business at some point. I can already see the hand of God there, because he's like, do this, and I did it, and it just happened, right? So I'll be talking about it all on this channel. Questions, the lessons, the moment when clarity becomes confusion, or when confusion becomes clarity, it's like this kind of journey. This is how we'll just keep going. And so I'll be documenting it all here. I'll be talking about money, essentially, because that's it. But not just money. We're talking about money from a kingdom perspective. Kingdom wealth. What is the difference between wealth and kingdom wealth? Are we just trying to get a buzz when we just attach kingdom to wealth? Or does it mean something else, right? So those are the things that I'll be talking about. How we're running the business, like I said, some of the testimonies that have already happened. I don't know if we call them testimonies or just God's evident hand or graces upon our business. But we'll also talk about God. We'll talk about the waiting season. We'll talk about obedience. We'll talk about when it feels like you're all up to your backside and it's just you and you don't know what to do. We'll talk about, well, sometimes when you're praying, when you feel like you're praying. I say when you feel like, because I felt that way. But sometimes as I grow in my journey with God and my intimacy with God, I'm realizing that some of the prayers that I've been praying are not actually prayers. So I'm not here to teach you how to pray. I'm just here to document my own journey, the lessons I have learned over time. And when I feel like God is not answering my prayers, what I'm doing and how the journey is going. So why did I call this the Wealthy Rambler? For 2 reasons. Number one, I'm a rambler. No matter how I try to use a script, right, I just have to go off on a tangent before I get to the main point. So you're going to have to bear with me as we begin this journey together. But secondly, it's not a straight line. It's a walk. Sometimes you're confident, sometimes it's messy, but we're always moving forward, right? And at that point in time, we're going to ramble. So wealth isn't just money. Wealth is peace, wealth is clarity, and wealth is options, because money gives you options, right? It's also becoming the kind of person that God can trust with more. And this channel is for you if you're thoughtful, if you're ambitious, if you love God, because we'll be talking lots and lots about God. If you don't love God, but you like what we're talking about and you're ready to grow wealth, I implore you to join us on this journey as well and listen to us. It's also for you if you want more, if you want meaning. You're like, God did not just put me here to go to church every Sunday, read my Bible, get a big house in a nice neighborhood, take my children to good private schools, and travel the world, buy first class tickets. There's got to be more. There's got to be more. And maybe just give to a charity if I want to, or if I don't want to, but I just have that option to do whatever it is that I want to do. There's got to be more. So this channel is for people who are at that phase in their life where they're like, okay, no, I've got to do something more. Or I don't know, I'll talk about how I landed here, my journey here. I was going through phases. I was like, okay, should I just go up in my career, the ladder, and then maybe do a business? But we'll talk about all of that. So I'm just giving you an example. If you're at a phase where you're questioning everything, you're like, there's got to be more, then this channel is for you because you need wealth. You do. It's also for you if you're building quietly, you're questioning deeply, but you're wondering, I'm not going to give up, but there's got to be more. There's got to be a way out. Now, the reality is I don't have all the answers. I am on a journey to find the answers, but I'm documenting it with the hopes that you might be able to find some sort of answers. This is how God works. So let's not put him in a box, right? I don't have the answers, but I'm committed to asking the questions and sharing what I learn along the way. So if this resonates, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to Ademisola, the Wealthy Rambler. Let's go on this journey together, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.